Good morning. Welcome to Planet Mojo. This morning, I'm going to finish up on the germination chamber so that I can plant the seeds tomorrow. I left things off back here with the need for this board here so that I can start putting the electricals on here. Then I just got to straighten this thing out and plug everything in, and I should be good to go tomorrow. The weather is incredibly beautiful today. It's going to be in the low 50s, I believe, and I can hear water running down in the ravine. I want to get this wrapped up if I can and go take a walkabout and show that. There's some pretty awesome waterfalls and stuff down there, and it only runs a couple times a year whenever there's a huge amount of water moving. So hopefully we can go see that later. But for now, this needs to be done today. Okay, I got a good amount of stuff hooked up. This gets plugged in here, but I'll need two hands for that because that'll push it up and it'll come off. But here's my timer. There we go. And that will time the lights. The lights will be on 16 hours a day regardless. I just need to alter it every once in a while so that it corresponds with daylight. What else do I need? Oh, I got these puck fans, or they're large axial fans. Nice quiet fans. Those will be mounted somehow on the sides. And that is what, what's the power on this? Oh, good. Got the correct power on here. So these two fans, when the heat comes out, I'll have to put an adapter on here to take the two plugs. But when it gets too hot in there, one will be mounted here, one will be mounted over here, and they will blow air out from the chamber if it gets too hot. And then the other one for heating, if it gets too cool, the little heater is going to be mounted down here, and this plastic will just have some standoffs right here So the warm air will come out here and blow up into the chamber, not directly onto the plants. So that should be all I need. It's going to get down in the 20s for, oh, maybe 3 weeks or so, and then, it's going to be pretty chilly at night for a while now. It's not going to get as cold in here at night. And these barrels will be filled with water very shortly, which will create a thermal mass to help hold the temperatures overnight. So if it's a sunny day and these get up to maybe 100 degrees, they'll radiate heat all night and keep it fairly warm here. So I'm not real worried about the heat part. Okay, now let me figure out something for the heater here. And then I believe, well, I better put the mats on there as well. Those just get plugged right into here, one into each of those. So I think I'm good with the power there. All right, let me get moving. I think I'm just going to put that on a stool or something. That's about all it needs. I put down some boards to bridge across this swamp right here. But earlier this morning, when I first started, I was doing some work over here, and Maisie, the cat, if you've ever seen any of the videos, you know what she does. She jumps on my shoulders, and she came from this stuff. So my shoulders got, well, I'll show you. I haven't seen it myself yet, but my wife says that she got me pretty good. All right, time to get back to work. Oh, I picked up the plastic and the stapler. I'm really not sure if this will span. I was thinking that I could just staple here and have it draped down. If it becomes a problem, I'll just put a stick going across here and pocket screw it in on both sides, and then I can staple across. The hood is only going to be used for, oh, it might be used for a good while, so we'll play it by ear. Okay, I got, oh, I didn't bring it with me. It's just a nasty mess out there to get over to the machine shed. And now I gotta go back over there. I forgot the stool. I got a little stool that I'm gonna put the heater on. I guess for now, I'll just get these cords organized so that they're not in the way. And then I'll run and get that stuff. And then it's just the plastic. And I believe I'm done with the hood. Oh, and the mats. Then I'm done with the hood. Okay, as soon as I got that plugged in, this thing started beeping like crazy, but that's because the temperatures weren't set. It's letting you know that it's not going to work correctly if you continue. So it's actually fairly complicated. There's a set value, cutoff temperature, and then there's a high and a low, whole bunch of stuff. But I'll have to get I have that written down in my office. I think it's 67 is the low and 79 is the high. But I'll have to confirm that before I set it. Don't want to plug this in yet because then the light will be on a timer, so I'll have to set this tomorrow when I put the flats in here. It doesn't need light probably the first week. Nothing's going to germinate that fast, but I think I'll have it on anyways, because that way I can make sure it's working correctly. So now I gotta go get that stool and the heater. I'm gonna be right at the end of my plug-in capability. I gotta get a splitter for this, and then I need an extension, just a cheap little household extension for the second fan, the one over there. This one, if I run it under here, it'll work. So what I need to do is cut this in half and then get a hole cut on either end, and I'll just use the cut end down, mount it right here, and then on one, well, I got to do it so that the plastic doesn't get sucked into it. I'll show you how I do that later on, but I'm going to go get the holes cut on this and put these in place, and then go get all that stuff. I need an extension cord, the fan, or the extension. I need an extension cord, the heater, and them holes cut, and a splitter. It's more complicated than I thought. Okay, I got my holes cut, just really rough. Just traced out one of these and got it really roughly cut. I got to get moving on this. I don't even know. Oh, there's the plug right there. I can't touch you right now, cat. The wind is picking up. It's actually getting very hot in here, and I really need to get this done. I have to clean off the table saw over in machine shed, so that I can, I'm going to plant all my flats in there tomorrow, so I gotta get moving. Okay, I think, let's see. I mean, it is a beautiful day, but it's really nasty in here with all the water. Okay, I think they want the rubber washers between this and what it's mounted on to keep it from vibrating, but that's not going to be easy to do. Maybe it is. There we go. And because I did such great sorting, I could actually find something, and I found these washers, but it looks like I got enough. Okay, these screws are awful long, but I don't think it'll make much of a difference. I should have put this on. Whoopsie. No, no, no! Maisie got behind me. I don't know where the heck she was. She was somewhere back here, but I was working on this mat. She jumped on my back and then went straight up on top of here and tipped the damn thing over again. I really do got to get that rod on there because she'll sneak up on me and jump on my back, which normally isn't a big deal, but it is when she's just using me as a springboard to get on top of here. And she'll do it every time. If I'm out here, messing with the plants, she'll bounce off my back and go on top. So I got to get that fixed today. I got a stick for it, but I got to get everything else done first. So these mats, it looks like one is damaged here. I hope it'll eventually lay flat, but it's got some nasty kink in it. Hopefully it actually works. Yeah, it feels like it's getting warm. But this one is really wrinkly compared to this one. But they're both on, and I'm hoping that a little bit of heat will allow them to relax a little bit. It should. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm getting soaking wet out here. Every time the wind snaps the plastic, it sends a shower of water down on me. Yeah, this is really fun. I need to find that multi-outlet block because I think I'm one short. Then I'll be able to get both the fans in. I gotta plug it into here actually. Yeah, I'm one short with the light here because I have the heating mats on here. And I gotta, oh no, the light goes in here, the heater goes in here, and the fans go in here, and the fans will have that double, so there's enough. I just need to split the cooling into two. So I'm gonna go find that so I can get those plugged in, and then I'll cut the plastic and I'm done. I think I'll leave these mats on overnight and try to get them flattened out a little bit. So I better find my electrical and get this done. Okay, everything is tested and working. Both of the heaters are on. The fans are so quiet it's hard to tell if they're on or not. But I believe they're CFM. I'll have to check that again, but I believe these can evacuate all the air in here a couple times per minute, and the light has 3 fans in it as well, so I'm thinking it's not going to get overheated. Yeah, it sounds like that storm wants to get here now. It's not supposed to be here until later this evening, but we're getting some pretty decent winds every once in a while. Okay, this plug right here is for the light. It'll go in there a little bit later. All I have left is to put the plastic on and cut some openings for the fans. And then I'm hoping to be able to just lift the plastic up and tuck it up in here when I want to mess around with the plants. But it looks like I'll probably do most of that from this side. We'll have to see. I definitely will have to get at this side. So I'll just cut a nice little hole for the fan to go through, and then I should be able to lift this side up too. That's about it. I should be able to lift up these sides. I'm going to try just leaving a hole there. Then I can lift up these sides as well. If I tape it down around that, it's just going to make life more difficult. When it's cold out, this is going to be, the doors are going to be completely closed, so this isn't going to wave around in the wind or anything. So it should trap the heat. It's already nice and toasty warm. You can't get your hand in there anywhere. But just with the heating mats in there, it's pretty nice and warm. So again, how this works is the heater will be sitting on that little table down there closer to this end, and this will be jutted out a little bit. I'm just going to use a stick screwed onto the boards there, so this will be out about that far. So when that heater's running, it's going to be like right in the middle of down there. It'll blow air onto this plastic, and that will bring it up into here. The heat sensor, you can see it kind of, oh, you can't see it through that. The heat sensor, which is coiled, will be right in the middle, and if it starts getting too warm in here, it turns it off. But if it starts getting too hot, it turns on the fans. This fan is blowing in, and that fan is blowing out, so it should have a good deal of airflow. The lights, when they're on, give off heat. A little windy out there. The lights also give off heat, and that is how the heat escapes. It's got 3 fans. The heat comes up. This is just to keep water from dropping down in there. And when water falls on here, this is to keep it from running through the hole. So I should be good to go. And then the lights again are going to be on a timer, 16 hours a day. They'll come on at sunrise and go off 16 hours later. And I think that's about it. I'll have to get everything plugged in tomorrow once I start putting plants in there. Oh, and I put on, it's just a stick, and that's all that's needed to keep this top part stable. Keep it cat proof. So tomorrow I'll be loading this thing up with plants, 8 flats. I can't remember how many. Some of the flats I believe are going to be 38 count, and I think 2 of them are going to be 98 count. I have the seeds cold stratifying in the fridge, but they're in with vermiculite, so I really don't know how you separate them out of that, or if you just sprout them in the vermiculite. I read that that's the best way to cold stratify them was in vermiculite, but it didn't say what to do after that. I've done it in paper toweling every other time I did it, so you can see the seeds. Vermiculite, they kind of blend in with the vermiculite, so, and I really don't feel like digging around. Maybe the vermiculite will float and the seeds will drop down. I don't know. We'll find that all out tomorrow. So I'm gonna clean up here and shut the door, and this will sit overnight, and I'll be able to monitor that temperature as well as the temperature outside, both from indoors. So it's supposed to get, well, it's not going to get real cold tonight. The real test will be, I believe, either tomorrow night or the night after that. It's going to be about 20 overnight. The seeds will already be in there, but 20 degrees will be fine. Even if everything failed and it got to 20 degrees, that would be just fine. So, but I don't think that's going to happen. Well, that'll about wrap it up for today. Make sure you subscribe and click on the notifications icon. A thumbs up would be nice of you as well. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.